It seems like the struggle would always come down to, how do I practice my craft when
Yeah.
I'm not getting any, like...
I go to acting class.
You do?
Yeah, I still go.
And what are you looking for at this point
That's a good question. Sheer frustration. No, again, like I'm looking to, I'm looking to become something great. Like, I don't know that James Joyce can write Ulysses like without working super hard. And you're right. Like as an actor, you don't get to just sit down and write. So what can you do? Like I need to put in hours. Like I need to actually, if you want to become a bodybuilder, like you have to spend hours in the gym training. And back in the 60s and 70s, they had the Actor Studio, and they still have the Actor Studio. It's sort of become a shell of what it was under Lee Strasberg. It's a different thing. But, there are various places in New York that still maintain that idea of like this Actor Studio idea, which is that I can go to the studio and, let's say in the 70s, and Al Pacino can be there, and like some dude straight out of drama school can be there, and we can both work on scenes together, and we can both sort of exercise muscles that we feel are weak in us. But I think it's always having that bar, that something that Ellen Burstyn called like the divine dissatisfaction of the artist, right? Which is that you always think every day, you're like, oh yeah, that was pretty good. But you're always like, I wonder if I could do that.
I would think that when you get to a certain level in your career where you are now, finding that group of players that, for lack of a better term, that could be a worthy foil or a worthy scene partner to be able to do what you're trying to do might be a difficult thing.
I mean, one of the interesting things is like, let's say you work with like non-performers, or let's say you work with like young actors, or let's say this, and not to equate myself with like, this is going to sound wildly, but I don't equate myself with Marlon Brando. But let's say Marlon Brando working with Vivian Leigh in Streetcar Named Desire, right?
Right.
Marlon Brando is like, of course, sort of acknowledged as one of these great, great actors, and Vivian Leigh is a bit of a, she's a bit of a star and does her thing, but it's not really, I would say, like acting of a certain level. But Marlon like works with her in a certain way that he acknowledges and sort of takes in what she's giving him and works with it in a different way. I don't think Marlon Brando's complaining that she's not a good enough actor to work with him. He's incorporating what she's doing, and it makes him a better actor as a result of it. And I think that's the thing, where it's not about judging people on levels in that way. It's more like, because it isn't sport, it's artistry, which means that like it's different than sport. Like in sport, I don't know that Pete Sampras could play with like, a junior high tennis. I don't know that it would give him value, but art has so much richness beyond sport. It's not a simple competitive thing of like physical strength or whatever. It's like you actually bring something as a human being that's so unique, and the energies that you bring could be something where I could learn something as well.